Hello, everybody. It is time to celebrate and it is time to pray. And I'll tell you what that's all about in a minute. And I'm going to be silly, of course. Hello. We are going to celebrate on the 20th is my dad's 90th birthday. Because of all this COVID-19, we're not allowed to have a party for him, which it makes sense. But we're doing a card shower. And there's been people all over, relatives all over the country, friends all over that have been responding, at least on Facebook. I don't know how many cards they've got, but I'm a little late on sending mine. But I did write him a very heartfelt letter to go with it. And my mom, she turned 88 on the 18th. That was yesterday. Unfortunately, yeah, she's still got Alzheimer's. Hers is a slow process, but she's at a point where she wouldn't understand what's being read. Although she might love a piece of cake. I'm sure she loves a piece of cake. So, happy birthday, Mom, and happy birthday, Dad. And you will get your cards. After last week, when we were in that hotel for all that time, I just totally lost track of what the calendar was doing. I did. So, that one was on me. But they will get their cards, and Dad will get his letter. And I don't want to read it to you because I cry when I read it to myself. So, another thing, people have been asking me for some positivity. I really want to give you positivity, and I do try. And one of those things I'm going to do is to just be silly, because it's easier for me to be silly than to come up with a whole bunch of things that aren't really lifting me up. For one thing right now, the anger. People have always said, Glenda, you're oversensitive. You take things too hard. But it hurts me to see all the anger and all of the... I get angry, and then I get angry at me for being angry. That's me. And I get angry at other people's anger. But then I forgive, and I have to. Because if I don't, then it plagues my soul. So I think we need a lot of prayer right now for a lot of better citizenship toward each other. Because, and there's some awesome things going on out there. Yes, people are being out of jobs right now, but they are getting some help. And organizations, the government is doing what it can, or what they're agreeing to do. And there are so many of these places that they're not maybe having you come into their restaurant, but there's a lot of them who are delivering to your door. Or they have takeout. You can go in and they'll bring the food out to you. There are things happening that are showing the better side of people. And that's what I want to be able to see. And for me, I'm stuck home most of the time, so I need to hear about it. And I like to hear about it from you, because I do know what's going on. And I have seen several occasions on some of the videos I've watched on YouTube and commentaries about it on Facebook. So these things are happening. There's good happening. I just personally, I would really love to see us quit stabbing each other for right now. I know there's the political stuff going on, but right now, let's think more in the sense of love. Still have your favorite that you're going to vote for, but have a loving heart in your decision. Anyway, that's a lecture, and I'm going to quit it. This is what I've been doing the last couple of days. If things seem a little wonky, it's because I am using my computer, my webcam, and it usually does a pretty good job, but it's not quite as clear, and I don't have the perfect lighting. But I'm bushed, and I'm bushed mostly because I've been emotional. And it's getting to me. It is. I'm depressed a lot of the time. I can't lie to you about that. So I need your prayers as well. But yesterday, I started on this. I have these huge things of yarn like this. And I mean, this thing, I don't know how many ounces. I'd have to look at one of the papers if I still have any, but I don't see them. But they are probably 16 ounce, if not bigger. And so far off of that, and that's still left on there. I've made these 2 big balls of yarn. What is funny about this is the number of times I had to get up and chase the ball. Can you imagine? It gets this big, it's hard to hold on to while you're wrapping. No, I'm not going to juggle these. Get that out of your head. I know somebody out there is thinking it. I'm not a juggler in the first place, and these have loose ends. I've got, so far, I made 3 of the smaller ones. I'm not juggling these either. 3 of the smaller ones out of the black, and I'm going to show you the black. This is still what's left. And this one won't pull out from the inside. You know, it wants to do it this way, which means it's rolling around all over the place. So if I can lose this as well as the ball I'm rolling it onto. So, you know, we just start out really with a small little thingamajig like this. Roll it a few times. Pull, and there it goes. Pull it off, roll it the other way. It's like winding up, I don't know, it's like winding up yarn. And I just keep going in circles and circles and circles and circles. And it's kind of like my brain does in a lot of times. It just goes in circles and circles. So I'm going to show you fun stuff like this. And I'm going to celebrate my dad's birthday. I'm not going to be fake with you. I am going to try to stay as positive as I can. But guys, I hurt too. I do. Not because I'm so frightened, but because it hurts me to see people being so hateful and selfish. So I put out messages sometimes, and sometimes I don't say it right. Or sometimes somebody just kind of misunderstands what I'm saying. But the main thing is, let's get into prayer. For those who you pray. Otherwise, just do whatever you do. Meditate. Think positive as you can. And don't think about politics 24 hours a day. So, what am I saying? I don't know. I don't know at this point. I have my up days. I have my down days. This has been kind of one of those, sort of downs. So, but there are things to celebrate, and that's what I want to leave. I want to leave that positive note. My dad is 90. That is a feat. He's very lucid. He walks with a walker now. And when he first started using a walker, it hurt my heart. Because my dad's this vibrant young man who drives tractors and, climbs the tall buildings to make the roofs, but he can also jump and leap over them with a single bound. That's your dad. That's my dad. But you know what? You learn to accept. Like I had to learn to accept that Mom, Alzheimer's, is still slowly deteriorating, which the slowly part isn't bad. But I just have to remember the mother she's always been. I'm still my mind is just kind of going everywhere. This is what happens to me when I'm having these kinds of days. And I don't let you see them very often, but this is honest. This is what happens a lot of times when I'm having these kinds of days. My thoughts jump. I don't express myself as well as I should. Or as well as I would want to. I have moments when I want to cry and moments when I want to laugh. So pray for me too. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll try a live chat. I'll probably be, if anything, more on Lori's live chat. If I can make it over there at 4 our time. I do love you, and I'm not trying to be whiny. I just feel whiny. So I'm going to keep smiling because that's the best way to keep the smiler from unbreaking. But there's times I'm not going to smile so hard, so much. This is a one take. I am not editing this thing at all. It's just a one take. So good night, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless. I love you all.